Can't love all the plants. Forsythia is one of those I really detest.
What is that?
I don't know, it's the colour, it's the fact that it makes a crap hedge. Forsythia makes me angry. Let's get up here so I can actually see it properly. By popular demand, what we're looking at here is Blackthorn. Now, Blackthorn and Hawthorn are sometimes confused for one another. The easiest way to tell them apart is at this time of year, because Blackthorn produces its flowers before the leaves come out, and often towards the end of March and into April, whereas Hawthorn doesn't get going until a bit later, and Hawthorn produces leaves and flowers at the same time. Blackthorn is the source of sloes, which are favoured for making, of course, sloe gin. Although disappointingly, I'm told that Gordon's sloe gin isn't made with British sloes. They import sloes from Eastern Europe. So don't buy Gordon's sloe gin. Am I allowed to say that? I'm allowed to interfere with, they'll probably send me an angry letter about that. Make your own, which is very easy to do. When they come out in the winter, in the autumn, you pluck them, you stick a hole in each one, fill a vase or jar with them, pour a load of cheap gin or vodka on top of it, and then leave it for a few months. And the longer you leave it, the better. And then after that, you can even eat the fruit once they've been steeped in alcohol for a good few months. I wouldn't recommend eating them straight off the tree though. They're a bit sharp and tend to dry your mouth out quite a lot. The other reason you'll often come into contact with Blackthorn is if you've had a thorn go through your bike tyre, it's usually come off a Blackthorn rather than a Hawthorn, because they have these really long, tough thorns coming off the side of the stem. The only other thing Blackthorn's particularly good for is making walking sticks. The wood dries very well, you get nice straight stems, they'll last forever. So I recommend the Blackthorn walking stick. I do have one at home. I might well need it in future years. There's an old rural myth in England that whenever the Blackthorn comes into flower, you have what's called a Blackthorn winter. Now, the fact that we're standing here in gorgeous, glowing sunshine suggests that perhaps it's not entirely true, but the standard story goes that you'll have an early warm spell towards the end of February, which you often have, and then as soon as the Blackthorn comes into flower, the weather turns horrible again. And so where I grew up, everyone always says sort of around the end of March, beginning of April, you know, oh, it's Blackthorn winter now, because supposedly the Blackthorn brings on this cold spell of weather. Now, if we just take this one flower here and pull it apart gently, up there goes the pollen. You'll notice in this flower, the stigma here sticks out a long way above the anthers, so the female part is way above the male parts. But it's not always that way.